Life with Mammoth. Meet the characters. This is Og. He lives in a cave with his best friend, Bob, and his pet mammoth, Mug. Og is good at thinking of things to do. Og doesn't like baths. He likes rocks and food, but most of all he loves to play with Bob and Mug. This is Bob. Bob lives in a cave with his best friend Og and his pet mammoth, Mug. He is good at solving the problems that he and Og encounter. Bob doesn't like bugs or being eaten by saber-toothed tigers. He likes thinking and exploring with Og and Mug. This is Mug. Mug is Og and Bob's large, hairy pet mammoth. He is good at causing problems. Mug likes to eat, sleep, and play games. This is Saber-Toothed Tiger. He is good at hunting. Saber-Toothed Tiger likes to eat mammoths and cavemen with his two big teeth. This is a problem for Og, Bob, and Mug. Chapter 1. Bath Time. Bob, what that smell? Asked Og. Og's feet, said Bob. No, me wash feet 10 days ago, said Og. It Mug. Mug need bath, said Bob. Hey, where Mug go? Cried Og. He hiding, said Bob. Mug not like baths. How we find Mug? Asked Og. We need to think like Mammoth, said Bob. If me Mammoth, me hide in tree. No, silly. Mug not hide in tree. Mug afraid of heights, replied Og. Me look anyway, said Bob. See, no mammoths, said Og. Said Og. If me mammoth, me hide under rock. No, silly. Mug not hide under rock, Bob said. Buggies under rock. Big buggies. Me look anyway, said Og. Og and Bob tried to lift the rock. Rock too heavy, said Og. Said Bob. If me mammoth, me hide in bush. Mug in bush, Bob agreed. Og and Bob walked into the patch of bushes. Mug not in bush, Bob said. Mug is better hider than we are, finders, said Og. Suddenly it started to pour. If me mammoth, they said together, me go back to cave. Og and Bob hurried home. Look, we find Mug, said Bob. Why, Mug running around in rain, asked Og. Mug not like bath, said Bob. Mug like shower. Chapter 2, Cave Art. It rained and rained. After dinner, Og and Bob sat around their campfire. Og looked around. Cave boring, need color, he said. Og picked up a stick from the fire. He started drawing on the wall. Bob sat and watched. What you drawing? Asked Bob. Rock, answered Og. Why draw rock? Asked Bob. Cave already is rock. Me try. What is that? Said Og. Tree, said Bob. Why draw tree? Asked Og. Tree not belong in cave. What we draw then? Bob asked. Og scratched his head. Bob sat and thought. I know. They both said, we draw Mug. Og and Bob went to work. When they were done, they looked at their picture. Picture look funny, said Og. Picture too thin, said Bob. Mug is fat. Og nodded. Mug very fat. We try again. Still not look right, said Bob. I know, said Og. Mug also hairy. Mug has hair all over, said Bob. Now picture look more funny. Not look like Mug, said Og. Look like mess. Just then Mug came in from the rain. Mug all muddy, shouted the cavemen. Mug out. Mug lumbered back out. Og and Bob stared at the cave wall. Look, Mug make picture, said Og. Me add tails, said Og. Me add tusks, said Bob. They stood back and looked at the drawing. Something missing, said Og. I know, said Bob. We missing. Og and Bob ran outside and rolled in the mud. Then Og and Bob came back inside. They splattered themselves on the cave wall. Cave not boring anymore, said Og and Bob. Chapter 3, Best Friend. Bob felt something poking him. He rolled over and saw Mug's trunk. Mug, go back to sleep, said Og. Mug hungry, said Bob. I give Mug food. I Mug's best friend. No, said Og, jumping up. I Mug's best friend. I do it. Why you Mug's best friend? Asked Bob. I always bring Mug his favorite food, replied Og. No, you don't, said Bob. I do too, said Og. Mug just doesn't eat it. Nobody eats rocks, Og, said Bob. Well, why you Mug's best friend then? Asked Og as they went outside. I play fetch with Mug, said Bob. Watch. Bob threw a stick. Mug ran off. Mug came back with a tree. See, Mug like me better, said Bob. I throw stick. Mug bring back tree. I can do better. I show you, said Og. Og tied a vine to Mug's tusk. Og started walking. Mug followed along behind him. See, I take Mug for walk, Og said. Suddenly, Mug started running. No, Og, Mug take you for walk, said Bob, running after them. Soon Mug got thirsty and stopped to drink at the river. Og and Bob rested on the shore. Mug looked up. A saber-toothed tiger was staring at them across the river. Look, Kitty, said Og. Uh-oh, said Bob. Kitty look hungry. Og, Bob, Mug turned and ran. The saber-toothed tiger chased them all the way back to the cave. Og and Bob took burning sticks from the fire and waved them to scare off the saber-toothed tiger. Being Mug's friend is hard work, said Og. Bob nodded. But we still don't know who Mug's best friend is, he said. We need a plan, said Og. I have ideas, said Bob. You stand there, me stand here. We call Mug. We see who Mug's best friend is. Okay, said Og. Come, Mug. They called together. Mug came running. He ran right between them to the big pile of food. Ah, they sighed together. Maybe food is Mug's best friend. Og and Bob looked at each other. Oh, it's okay, Bob, said Og. You, my best friend. You, my best friend, too, said Bob. Let's eat, they said together. The end.